smell good. Wow, that's awesome. Hello, welcome to Dallas.
Oh, hi. That was like the most spontaneous situation that sort of has happened. We came in through the back doors and I was like, all right, let's do this. High five everyone in the audience, why not?
That was awesome. That's a great way to get to know your guest. Girl, we were just in Florida together and they just
I know.
I told them a little bit. Oh, I didn't tell you.
We have things to tell you.
We got John Barrowman crashed our panel at MegaCon.
As he would.
And if you, real quick, and once again guys, if you have questions for Katie, you can start lining up right here behind this microphone at any opportunity. Can you explain to them the ballet movement that you two did on stage, which is all over Twitter? You know how John is, you know? Explain that for me.
There literally is no explanation for it other than we were in photo ops and before photo ops, before any of you guys come in, they say to us, you know, let's just do a test shot. And so, you know, this is our opportunity to just be dorks and whatever, do whatever we want. So John was like, come over here. And I was like, okay. I walk over to him, he's like, I'm gonna put my hands on your thighs. I'm gay, don't be worried. Like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna put your hands on your thighs and you're gonna jump up and it's gonna be like Dirty Dancing. And I was like, all right, I love the sound of this. It actually, to be honest with you, it looked way better when we did it, like seeing the photo and when we posted it, and I guess you posted the video?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen this video.
I put it on my page.
I haven't seen it.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, sorry, sometimes I live under a rock. Then it actually happened in person, because in person, like when we did it back in the photo op, I literally was like shaking as I was up there, and like he was shaking, and I was like, wow, this is what happens when you know, you get older, you get kind of like, oh, I'm not a gymnast anymore. What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, that's a strong man. Not that you're heavy, but the fact that...
like it actually turned out, like, watching it and seeing, I posted it on my Instagram and Facebook, the photo anyway, and I had to quote The Lion King when Simba first rises at the beginning.
I forgot about that. And he had the whole audience start out with the beginning of The Lion King. And here you go, and I guess he went 3, 2, 1 or something like that, and there you go.
You guys, yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's a chorus for you, dear. And there you go. You were freaking up in the air. And of course,
yeah, it was beautiful.
My liability mind is going all over the place right now.
If you guys haven't seen it, please check out Instagram, Facebook. Probably to see the video, you want to check out Facebook, John's. I'll post it also. It's pretty beautiful.
Well, okay. We're happy you're here, but you're dead. And we don't like that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Oh, excuse me. By the way, spoiler alert, if you have not...
Oh yeah, sorry. We should probably
that makes absolutely no sense. You're here, and you hadn't seen that episode? I mean, it's just like not having seen Civil War yet. What is wrong with you people? All right, I'm sorry. She would have spoiled that anyway, and somebody would have asked, so I'm taking
that. Put it out there. You know what? I give you props for that. That's awesome.
You're dead.
I am dead.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and ask our first question. Go ahead, bro.
Hello.
Hi.
You had to take low roles through quite a lot throughout the run of Arrow. Anger, grief, alcoholism, becoming a badass.
Thank you.
One, what was the most pleasurable for you as an actress to do? And second, did you do any extra work beyond the script to get some of those aspects real? Like, for example, going to actual A meetings or things like that?
Yeah, I mean, here's what I can say about Arrow overall and the character and the journey that Laurel went through. 100%, I will always sit back and look at this experience and be grateful and so lucky as an actor to be on a show and having them actually write for you and write, you know, the show is called Arrow. It's not called Arrow and Black Canary. It's not called Black Canary. The show is called The Arrow. And so the fact that they wrote for me season 2, you know, as an actor, that definitely was challenging, and I am always open to a challenge. And it felt like something that I could really sort of sink my teeth into. And coming from a family who struggled with alcoholism and exploring, have had some knowledge in that world, and then being able to sort of explore that world was really interesting. And I think just learning as much as possible is obviously very important, especially when playing a character like that. But yes, so I did go to AA meetings. I did a ton of research. I watched a lot of different movies and television shows and anything that sort of explored that world, to just try and do it the best that I possibly could, give it do the best justice that I possibly could for a character like that. And then for my character growing into becoming a superhero was amazing. It was like I literally so I would go on to set, and when I was during season 2, my character was crying, and I was really emotionally broken down. And when you're doing that so often, it does take a toll on your body, on me physically. I think if you see me in season 2 and then you see me in season 3 or season 4, you can see there's a physical transformation. And I took that seriously. And yes, when I went and it was cool because my character was in training and learning, and with Wildcat and boxing, I was actually doing those things separately, out of when we weren't on set, we weren't shooting. I was in the gym, I was training, I worked my ass off, and I felt like, sorry, I need to say that word. There's children in the audience, I'm really sorry. But yeah, absolutely, I gave it 110%, and to see a character grow like that, it was a pleasure, and always will be and has been for me to have had this opportunity to play a character that did have all this huge arc, and this huge, just these changes, and to actually go through them was, it was liberating and exciting, and something that I'll never forget. And I absolutely, everything you saw Laurel go through, I was basically either researching it on how to portray it, or I was going through. So absolutely.
Well, that was great. Thank you very much.
Where are you from, sir?
France?
Oh, France.
France. I'll be there next week.
Awesome.
Yeah. Seriously.
Bonjour. Did you come from France to here for this show?
I want to say yes, but no.
Say yes then.
Appreciate the honesty.
No. Okay. Well, welcome. Good to see you.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I was wondering, what is the hardest stunt or fight scene thing that they've got you could do on Arrow?
It has to be stunts?
Or fight scene
Something physical?
Yes.
Honestly, that scene where you see Laurel in the boxing ring with Wildcat, or boxing coach, I was so tired because you have to do this. Not only am I sitting there and I'm trying to prove myself because my character is just starting to evolve, but to our stunt coordinator and our producers. And so I was ready, and I was I've been training, I got this. They wanted to put my stunt double in, and I was hell no! You are not putting my stunt double in! I've been training for this for the last 6 months. I am doing it. And they're okay, Katie, sure, you go ahead. Literally, after doing it 26 times, I thought I was gonna pass out because I was so tired, and I was no, it's fine, I got this. I can do this, let's just keep rolling. It's all good. They're Katie, do you need some water? I was okay, yeah, I'll take some water. Sure. That was physically the most demanding. After that, as far as insurance goes and I have a stunt double who is fantastic. Her name is Atlin, and she's amazing. And she would jump in during, certain points in stunts where it was just too dangerous for the actor because I can't really jump off buildings.
Yeah. What's the percentage?
And
What's the percentage of you doing
I think I
stunts?
said, what, 70-30?
I thought it was 70-30, yeah. You did 70% of your work. Your
Yes,
stunts.
yes.
Yeah, as
No,
opposed to-
no.
She
This
did-
is not true. I did 30%.
Okay.
Let me clear this up. She did 70, I did 30. I mean, I wish I could sit here and tell you I did 70%.
Yeah.
But no, because of I think it depends on, like, honestly, the scene, what you're talking. If you're talking about fighting, like when you see the Black Canary fighting on the ground, I can do more of that. But when you actually see her running on top of buildings and jumping off buildings and crashing to the floor and getting hit by cars, no, like they're not going to let the actor do that. So it kind of depends on the scene in the situation. Well, you know, they're like, we're insuring you, and if your face gets run over by a car,
Then you reshoot it.
yeah, then that costs them lots of money.
That's right.
Right? So Atlin is amazing, and she was a badass. But the thing that was also cool is to have respect from the stunt team. And my last day on set, they actually had made a belt for me, and I think I am actually in now. They submitted my name, like Stunts Canada, like a part of this Canadian stunt team. So that was cool because I got respect from them, which was
Awesome.
rad. Yeah, totally.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, dude, what's up?
What's up?
So you've been the good Black Canary and the bad Black Sergeant. Which one do you prefer and why?
That is not a fair question.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
Yes, it is. Come on, tell us.
I can't. This is not fair. I have to
You
say,
like beating up on people, don't you?
playing a villain was freaking awesome. Just keeping it PG-13. It was freaking awesome. So much fun. Obviously, going to a different show, it's that fresh feeling, you know. I've been doing something for 4.5 years, and going to a different show, like I know tonally it's a bit different, and I had been on the show before on Flash, and so I kind of knew what the tone was in that world, and it's a bit lighter, and obviously I like that aspect of it as well. But the Black Canary also is something that I was so looking forward to becoming, and such a build-up is so close to my heart and meant so much to me. So that in itself, that's why it's not fair, this question.
No,
Because they were so both fulfilling and so awesome and wonderful. And I don't know, what would you like to do? Would you like to be a villain or would you like to be a superhero?
Careful,
Yeah, see, it's a hard question.
careful.
You kind of want to be a villain. See?
You're young. Be
You're
good
like, you want
first.
to be the superhero, but it would be so cool to be the villain. See? You get where I'm going. You know where I'm coming from? Okay, good.
Our youth, you just ruined our youth. Just gonna go.
We all want to rebel sometimes.
Oh.
But kids don't.
Cover your ears.
Do it. Okay? Just saying.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Hello, it's you.
It's me.
My daughter.
Okay, so I know a lot of us are Arrow fans, me included, but I'm
Is it
going.
really?
No.
No. I've been giving him grief since I got him here.
Yes!
This is awfully cute.
She is. And I was like, okay, cool. Kids are really awesome.
As far as you know, that's my child.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
that's right.
daughter.
Go ahead.
Okay, I know a lot of us are Arrow fans here, me included, but I'm going back to your Gossip Girl days and I will spoil some stuff, and I'm sorry. But how did you feel about Dan being Gossip Girl?
Oh, God.
I didn't watch that show.
How do I really feel about it?
Yeah, because for me it was like,
Very anticlimactic?
yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if there are a lot of Gossip Girl fans here, but I was like, okay. And look, I love Josh and Stephanie Savage, Josh Ward and Stephanie Savage. They're amazing, very talented, very good, creators and producers, but I just found it very
Climatic.
climatic. I was like,
That's it.
okay. This is what we've been waiting for? This is it? It's been Dan the whole time?
He's ruined his own life and everybody else's in the process, and everyone's fine with
I'm
it.
sorry, XOXO Gossip Girl was a girl's voice. So, whose voice was, I mean, we know whose voice it was in real reality, but like, whose voice was it supposed to be? Do I just not know that answer? See? It wasn't Dan. It wasn't Serena. Who was it? Maybe it was Juliet, I don't know. Maybe there's this under the table deal.
Thank you.
Who knows? Thank you.
Go Cowboys.
Or
Hi.
Seahawks?
Yes, thank you.
Ravens.
No. We're just gonna go with Seahawks. You don't know I'm a big Seahawks fan.
I
Good.
really don't care. Hi. What's up, Seahawks? Can you reach that? You can pull it off. Can you pull it off on it? If not, you good? Okay, what's up?
So I wanted to know, do you kind of consider yourself like Black Canary?
What do you mean?
Like in real life?
I wanted to know that too.
Did you get paid? I feel like someone paid you to say that. Or maybe I did. Which would be awesome. Well, I'm very flattered that you even say that. I think there are certain elements that I appreciate and agree with when it comes to girls or young women or women in general being strong and being able to stand up for themselves. Absolutely, and having the confidence and having, being able to believe in yourself and, have goals and doing whatever it takes to achieve those goals as long as they're good. But I don't think I'm a superhero.
You are to us, and you obviously are to her.
Well, that was really sweet. That was really cute.
That was a very good question. That was a very
Do
good
you not want to
question.
hug me? I don't need to. Okay, I just wanted to hug you. That was really cute.
Violating my first freaking rule. Good
Brooklyn,
job.
so sweet.
Doesn't she smell good? Hello? Hello? Crying child. Hello? Adult speaking. Hello? Hi. What? Oh, forget it. Anyway. Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Hi, I just wanted to know, can you tell us a little bit about the process you would go through from the first time you saw a script to the last day of shooting? What was, as an actor, what's the process that you went through?
It's a good question. Every actor has a different process. Every actor has a different craft, a different method. Some people don't care. I mean, those might be the people who are winning Oscars. I have no idea. Everybody is different, and it's interesting because for me, Paul Blackthorne and I work a lot. We're very similar in the way that we work. I struggled a lot actually throughout the series because we would be shooting one episode and it would take, let's say 9 shooting days. So obviously we had sort of a weekend, but we shot until early morning Saturdays, so I don't really know if that counted. But you shoot 9 days, working days, and probably in about day 5 or 6 of one episode, you would be doing a table read for the next episode, but you still have an enormous chunk of the script, the current episode that you're on to shoot. So for me, it was hard because I wanted to be honest and true in every moment that we were playing, so I didn't really want to know what was going to happen because big things were happening. People were dying, or, there were major events that were happening for these table read, before we were shooting the episode, and it would always sort of screw me up. Excuse me, my hair is...
You just get stuck. Oh.
Sorry. It would always screw me up because we shoot completely out of order. For each episode, so you could shoot scene 54, day 1, and then you'll go and shoot scene 27, and then you'll go shoot scene 17, and then you'll go shoot scene 1 of that current episode. So you have to keep where your character is in their head, emotionally, and then to throw in a table read for the next episode during shooting that episode, it always threw me off, and it was difficult. And I actually asked for the episode, spoiler alert, for those of you who haven't seen it, I'm dead. Sorry. We did not do a table read for that episode, which was great. And I actually had asked for it because even just shooting that episode in itself, it was my saying goodbye to the cast and the crew, and it obviously was very hard to shoot. And I just felt like things are better, also in my opinion, when they're fresh. And so the more you rehearse it, the more you read it out loud, it's not going to be as emotionally jarring for at least for me as an actor. It's better when it's fresh. We have not said it. And sometimes even during scenes, we would rehearse right before the scene, and I would say, like, during rehearsal, can we just say the line? Like, we'll go through it the way, physically where we're going to end up to get the sort of geography of the scene, but can we just say the lines very, no emotion, nothing, just so that when we did shoot it, I was raw and I was present and listening, and I could give that much more to the character. I hope that's what you asked.
How many takes, though, that you have to, maybe multiple takes would be pretty, I'm sure, jarring to you, but how many takes did you go through to actually get to that number? Especially you in the hospital and then eventually.
Oh, dude, that day, they got it on take one. Like, I was like, that entire day, I was just sobbing and crying, and not to, like, I kept to myself, and I didn't want to, like, screw the other actors up, but, it was a really, really hard scene to shoot, and it didn't necessarily take that much, but, like, for me, again, like, if I don't rehearse, I'm very fresh, very raw, like, fully charged, ready to go when we start saying, when we start the scene. And so usually my earlier takes are the takes that I think that they use, because I'll ask for them to start closer, because I know that, like, it's gonna come out, and once, like, the emotion will come out and it'll be fresh, it'll be new, up until about maybe 4 or 5 takes. And then it gets a little bit raw, and it's like therapy, ironically enough. So it's not as painful, it's not as hurt, because you're going through it. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely better on the earlier takes for sure.
Well, I was angry, so my take was one also.
Yeah,
I saw that
right?
on the screen.
See?
It's like,
Hear you.
I'm done. Hello.
Oh, I love this, like, camping out on the floor. It's awesome. It's very cute.
Was it more challenging to be a villain, or how was the difference? How was the difference in that?
Well, I think what was... it's a hard question. It was more difficult, I think, because of the timing. Because I went to Flash directly after going, hearing, shooting Arrow and the whole thing. But I was also like, I was like, this is so nice of the producers and the creators to ask me back on another show, so I was also happy at the same time. As far as, like, the back work goes, it was kind of easy. I hate to say that because I consider myself a nice person. I'm sorry. But it was kind of fun, and it was like, you just sort of play against the dialogue, and I found it to be, like, the more I smiled, the more, like, I tried to bring this sort of, like, animalistic aspect into the character, and the more I sort of did that and just kind of messed around with the dialogue, like, the more fun it was, and I don't know, it was really, really cool.
Okay, here.
I know, it's dark.
Don't ever let me piss you off. You would enjoy it a little too much.
I do.
Yeah. My mom, when I was young, used to beat me on every syllable. Didn't I tell you? Hi, you guys are next. Compare while they're getting up there. The comparison of the crews, the Flash crew and the Arrow crew. I'm sure your attachment is more to the Arrow crew, but what are the differences? Did you notice any differences between the two crews and the two shows?
There's definitely, I noticed definitely a different tone, but again, that comes with shows like having different tones. On Flash, the crew is a lot lighter. On Arrow, the crew is a lot darker, and we shoot nights on Arrow for the most part. So people are tired. They've been there for almost 5 seasons. You know, on Flash, they're in their 2nd season. They're still excited. They're shooting during the day. You know.
So they know what to expect when it comes around to 5 seasons, you know?
Oh, at 5 seasons, they're like, I feel bad, like our camera, like literally these people are there longer than we are. They're there sometimes for 17, 18 hours, and then they only get 10-hour, 8-hour turnarounds, and they're there, and they're the reasons that we look good, and the reasons like you guys like watching our show. Yes, I think it's all like, everyone has a piece of the puzzle, and all the pieces come together, and the puzzle is complete. But we are this big on the spectrum of the piece of the puzzle, like the camera crew, the lighting, you know, like the producers, the writing, all of these people, they do most of everything, and they are there day in and day out. And I have to say, like, walking away from that, it was total respect from day one until the end, because these guys are busting out in the pouring rain, which I know, okay, we're in Dallas, and as is the last few days, there's been a bit of a rainstorm-ish, and then the sun came out. It's very random. They just bust out their plastic gear and cover themselves, and they shoot through the rain like it's no big deal. I'm like, it is pouring right now, and it's also like, I don't know, 16 degrees out?
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Doesn't make sense. I don't know how they do it.
Rough guys, rough people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Hi.
That's Vancouver for you, by the way.
Vancouver.
Which is where we shoot.
There's one. Okay. Hi.
Hi. I don't really watch Arrow that much. There's so much glowering and man-pain. I need sarcasm and dirty jokes. I'm good, my friend.
Do you watch Girls?
You want to go beat her up?
Hey, I like the
dirty jokes. I like it.
But yeah, I'm here with my friend, and this trip is my birthday present to her. So
Happy birthday!
say hello. Hi.
She had a question.
No, I didn't. I was just talking so you could get up.
You want to go beat her up?
Anyway, why did you become an actor?
Why did I become an actor? It was in the gene pool. I come from a family of actors and singers, and I'm 3rd generation, so I felt like I was sort of born to entertain in a way, and I don't know, I just liked the idea of exploring different people, different brains, and different, you know, it's almost like psychology in a way, because you do, as an actor, you take on these different, you kind of figure out why people are the way they are, and then for me, like, I will go into deep research and get really deep about it. And I always thought that was really interesting and fascinating. And I really liked making people laugh or smile, or when I was growing up as a kid, and so I think it just sort of happened. Thank you, happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday. Well, interesting that you came from a family of acting and it just basically became automatic to you, like you said, in the gene pool and things like that. It takes a lot for people that want to stand on a stage in front of people and literally perform. It takes a lot for me. I'm always nervous when I'm here. And I notice it, but it's good. But then you go and you do it on camera as well. And I think it just says a lot for you saying, oh yeah, I can do that. I can go out there, because there's a lot of us out there that wouldn't ever take that plunge like you did. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think, to be honest with you, like, it was scary. Like, I still get scared and intimidated to be on a stage in front of people, and just being myself is a little scary in front of all of you guys, but I'm like, you know, that you just sort of have to be, and in front of a camera, I guess I do feel more comfortable because I'm portraying a different character. I'm not having to be myself, but I think just like the more and more you do it, you become more confident, and you know, you get a sort of like, okay, you'll see there are people that I look up to that, you know, they mess up, they make mistakes, and everybody does, and it's okay. You know, you just sort of learn from it and grow from it, and you know, have confidence and believe in yourself. And I feel like, you know, just try not to get in your head, which is Something I do often.
Wise words for folks that are out here in the audience today. And this gentleman right here, what's up, brother?
What's
Come on
up, dude?
Okay, yeah, angle it down. There you go.
I have a question. Are you gonna go back, like maybe for some other season, and if Arrow's still on, where you go back on Arrow, like just for like being Black Siren?
I would love to. Absolutely. You should pitch that to the writers. How old are you?
10.
Okay, good. Double digit. They will take you seriously.
But that's interesting. He has a good point. Now that you're Black Siren on the Flash from Earth 2, I'm assuming they called out the Earth number. I'm not sure. That you can, you know, cross over to Arrow as a villain, or Arrow, which was flashback crazy for a little while. You could show up in some flashback episodes. Has that been approached to you or offered? Or?
I can't tell you.
Well, I'll be damned. Okay, so I got a buck.
But stay tuned.
Let's stay tuned. Interesting. We touched on something there, guys. So ask the question again. Go ahead, dude.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. If the Black Canary could partner up with any other superhero besides the Green Arrow, who would you partner up with?
You are familiar with your DC universe, right? Of characters.
I am just
also.
a little bit.
I mean, there's helping guys: Batman, Superman, Nightwing, Flash, which
I know you keep giving me these people. I was just trying to wrap my head around it because I am a Black Canary.
wow, they got. Just walk through the dealer's room and look at
Or
it.
Black Siren, and quite frankly, I think it'd be really cool to see Black Siren with
Black Siren with Malcolm.
yeah.
You just like
Black
John.
Siren and Malcolm Merlin, like Malcolm Merlin taking Black Siren and like trying to mess up Team Arrow by bringing Black Siren onto Arrow. He's trying to take down Team Arrow. Come on.
You know.
I know a lot of you hate me right now.
Oliver would
I'm
never.
really sorry. Oliver would
He would
lose his
never.
shit.
He would never.
Which is exactly my point. And good story. They all lose it. They'd all lose their minds. They wouldn't know what to do. Mission accomplished.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
Oliver really is his shit. You know.
It would be really cool for the Black Canary and White Canary to team up. Sisters. Or not team up.
Yeah, you could go back in time. All you need to do is hook up with your sister again.
There's so many methods that could happen.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, why can't Black Siren come from Earth 2 to Earth 1? Can't Flash run and do some crazy stuff? They're like, no, lady.
She already said stay tuned, folks. Okay, something's in the works here, and at some point,
I got a lot. I've been brainstorming.
deny her a photo sale unless she dishes out information. How's that? That's so wrong of me. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks, dude. Aww. Hi.
Hi. So, if you could rewrite the script in the Arrow to where you couldn't die, how would you rewrite it?
Make it good. Make it good.
You mean like... No, I wouldn't kill Felicity. I couldn't. No, I couldn't. Emily is too good of a soul. She's a good person. I love her.
She's irritating.
She
Anyway.
is. Bitch, oh my man. It's fine. If I could rewrite it, well, to be honest with you, I actually was like, yeah, so what? Someone's in the grave. Episode 1. It's not any of us. Who cares? It's television.
This is
And
Black Siren speaking
literally,
right now.
people were like, our cast members were like, who do you think it is? Who do you think's in the grave? Is it you? Is it me? Who do you think it is? And I was like, you guys, it's no one. There's no one in the grave. This is like a dream sequence. I don't know what it is, but these are the writers trying to mess with the fans. No, Katie, you're wrong. Because it's you. in the grave, okay?
This is
I
so
like
wrong.
to think my theories are right. They're
guys-
very wrong.
You guys play with each other's minds like that on a set.
So I actually, in my mind, no one would be in the grave, which you guys probably would be like, okay, this is boring. You know, they're smarter than I am, and so they're like, we're just gonna switch everything up and we're gonna kill one of the lead characters. So if it were me, it would be nobody, in my opinion. Or it would be Damien Dark,
Can I see that t-shirt
right?
from him? It says, training to be the Flash.
Why not the Arrow?
She's dressed as an angel.
Oh, cute. I love it. I love it.
You're an angel.
I love that shirt.
I like
It's
that shirt
awesome.
too. Awesome. Good job. You look great.
She's an Arrow.
Yeah.
She's a Flash. She's an angel. She's
not.
Cupid.
She's Cupid.
See?
Q Flash.
Told you. Cupid.
Q Flash. She's training to be the Flash.
Yeah, I know, but she's Cupid. She could be Cupid. I'm just saying, she could be Cupid. Hello?
Next question.
We love each other.
And I don't know if you've watched The Flash recently, but something really big happened, and The Flash basically took the whole timeline and just threw it away.
Spoiler.
Do you think that you could? What would you think about becoming a regular on The Flash?
Oh, I would love that.
But as who? I mean, outside of Black Island.
I don't know.
We can't, they
Hey, fill in the blank. The black. You got two choices here.
There's a villain.
So far. You never know.
It's a different villain.
Maybe there's a third somewhere.
It's a different villain each episode. You know. If
As
you
a
want-
different villain each episode.
There is a different villain. He's asking for you to be a regular on the show. If you were Black Canary.
Oh, see, this is how much I don't watch it.
Yeah.
But I did do research for all of you out there, just so you know. Go ahead.
You're dead. Okay.
Hold on. I like this question. Time out, because I do like The Flash. I love Danielle Panabaker. She was actually my roommate the last year. She rocks. And The Flash is fun. I know there's different villains every episode, but in this whole universe, if you think of Legends, Arrow, and Flash, and maybe now Supergirl, the shows cross over, and there are actual bad guys, John Barrowman, who stuck around. I know maybe it wasn't on Flash, but on Arrow for quite a while. That maybe there's like this team. I'd like to think there should be another show, actually, just to throw this into the mix. That is all villains. The leads are villains, and we are trying to take down. By the way, I'm giving so many ideas out there right now.
Wow. Wow.
Jesus.
You are.
So yeah, it would be, I would love to. It would be awesome.
Wow.
But whether
So-
it works or not, I don't
You're
know.
so diabolical.
Yeah.
It's really,
You know, it's just
yeah.
shocking all the time.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Cool
The answer is
beans.
yes.
Hi.
I was wondering what was the most complicating episode for you guys to shoot?
Any of the crossover episodes, 110%, hands down. When you guys see those episodes, just know we're in the middle of shooting like 13 other episodes on every other of the shows. Literally, like, we were shooting episode 7 on Arrow, then I was going over to Flash. Nope. Then I was going over to Legends, shooting episode 1 for Legends. Then I would go back to Arrow, and I was shooting a scene from episode 10, no script. A scene from episode 10, a scene from episode 8, a scene from episode 9, a scene from episode 12. I was like, hang on a second. I don't even know what's happening in the story. Like, this is so crazy. And everybody on both crews, no doubt, cast, crew, got sick. Because they were working us, insane hours. Great, granted, we love it. We love the payoff. We love that you guys love the crossover episodes, but it actually takes such a toll on production, and trying to manage these schedules and having us cross over is insane. But having said that, it is worth every second of it, and we are all very grateful for it.
That's great information, because we didn't know that you know, you weren't literally finishing out. Because most series will film for, what did I hear, 8 days for one episode. Okay, and that's all they're doing. They're filming, they're concentrating. Whether they're filming the first scene first and the last scene last and whatever, it's still that episode. You're bebopping around from series to series, episodes to episodes, that you're only filming scenes at a time, I'm assuming that the instructions that you're getting from the director, he's setting something this up. It's like, look, your sister just died, this is the scene where you blah, 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 and go.
A little bit. It's actually, that would be awesome if that's the way that it happens. But usually it's the director that's directing the episode, like episode 7, we had a certain director, and then episode 8, that director was prepping, but we needed to shoot a scene from episode 12, so the director from episode 8 is like, this isn't my episode, I don't know what's happening, I just was told I have to shoot this scene, so here's the scene, you're gonna shoot it. I'm like, okay, well what's happening? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay. But then this is when we get on the line with the producers and we're like, okay, so there's a strange woman in the scene that I have a relationship with, clearly, and I have never met her before. And then there's my dad, and they seem to have some sort of romance happening. And can you just fill me in on what happened the last 4 episodes that you haven't shown us yet? And eventually they do, and they will, and it ends up being all good, but it does take, it's a bit of a process. It's definitely, it only happens during the crossovers, though, I will say that. During regular non-crossovers, it's always shoot the episode, finish the episode, then shoot the next episode, finish that episode. Right. But when we cross over, then you have to learn everybody's storyline on all the other shows, and I'm just a little overwhelmed at times, but I'm not the only one.
Which we are due to get more crossovers, guys, so be ready for that.